All right, guys, welcome back to the Philadelphia Union Podcast. Zero, thank you so much for stopping in. And before I get going with this episode, I just want to say my heart goes out to David Accam, his family, and friends right now in their trying time. Very, very sad. And I just wish them all the best and hope that they can continue to just push through and know that, the fans, we are here as well, pulling for you. So my heart's with you, David Accam. And sticking with David Accam, guys, he had a heck of a game here against the Columbus Crew. I'm actually going to show you the highlights here and talk over them. And just take a look at this. We will talk about the Atlanta game because I do want to talk a lot about that too, especially Brenden Aaronson. But the Crew game is more recently, and let's just take a look at the highlights right here. I have the volume muted. It's 2-minute highlights, I guess. So this is the kickoff here in Philadelphia. Big 3-0 win over the Crew. Could have been more. Should have been more, actually. We were pretty wasteful at times. Here's the goal from Accam. Great ball by Pico. Good first touch here, and a nice finish from David Accam. And you can see what it means to him after losing his father. So happy for this guy, Accam. He's one of the guys we needed to get going. And for him to come in this game and score twice was just huge. MLS Player of the Week. Couldn't be happier for him, really. Really want to see him get in form and get back to King David. Here's Medunjanin here. Now that's a good ball there. Accam again. Look at this. Look at the strength. Look at this just will by Accam to get to that ball. Finish it off near post. He's got a brace inside the first half. Just absolute. Look at this. Just shrugging off defenders. Staying with it. And poking one in there. We're getting horrible buffering here in the video. But I really just wanted to show those. This is another attack here. Ball in. This is I think this is Ilsinho's goal. It is. It kind of just pops to him and he hammers it in. Loose ball in front. We'll take it. A little bit lucky, but I said it should have been more. We could have won this game 4-5-0. How we finished other chances. But gonna like that for Ilsinho. Pops up with a goal. Austin Trusty sending through. This is Pico here. See, could have been another one. Pico hasn't been able to really finish anything this season. He was playing forward because we were missing some players in this game. Obviously, Marco Fabian was out again with suspension. Burke was away. Andre Blake was away. Santos is injured. So we were missing a lot of players, a lot of key players. And to win 3-0 was huge. Accam stepped up. The defense played really well. Now, I do want to talk about the defense, guys, because it's been great the past 2 games. It was a circus the first couple games, but now, it's part of the inconsistency with us, with this club. We can't seem to pull together consistent results. We'll go on a nice little run, and then we'll look like a college team for a couple games and get blown out and just be completely terrible. But I've been impressed with Kai Wagner a lot. He's been a really good signing. He looks very solid at that left back position. Good going forward. Good on the ball. Good on the defensive end too. So he's been a good pickup. Obviously, Fabian's only played 2 games. Brenden Aaronson, was another player I want to talk about. He played in the Atlanta game. He started his first ever game. He's a homegrown player, Brenden Aaronson, just 18 years old. This kid started against Atlanta and was incredible. So as you can see there, after the 2-0 loss to Kansas City, we go to Atlanta. We get a 1-1 draw. A tremendous result in Atlanta. We played really well in the defensive end in that game, and Brenden Aaronson started in his first ever game and scored. But not only the goal, I was more impressed with his distribution of the ball was really good. He actually set up Pico for a great chance early in the game that I think Pico should have finished. So Aaronson, unluckily not to get an assist in that game too. But he was buzzing around. His work rate off the ball is amazing. He did a lot of that in Atlanta and Columbus. His work rate off the ball was great, breaking things up and just hustling around the field. But his distribution has been really good at, sending players forward on the wings or whatever. He's been very impressive for me. Yeah, he's had some shaky passes, especially early in the Columbus game, but he's just a kid, and not every player is going to complete all their passes anyways. So he's been very impressive. I want to see more of him. Fabian's going to be back though against Cincinnati, so we probably won't see too much of Aaronson with Fabian in the lineup. Hopefully Fabian will run it round into form and not do stupid things like get a red card anymore. We really need him to produce. But so the defense has been really good these last two games. Been impressed with Austin Trusty, Jack Elliott have seemed to be forming a good partnership. Now hopefully that'll keep going. Gaddis has been good. Just that central midfield spot, we need a little more coverage in the midfield. But Duninen is not a central defensive midfielder, but he keeps playing him there. I do want to give some credit to Jim Curtin, though, guys, honestly, because he had the balls to go and start Aaronson in Atlanta, and it paid off. And starting Accam against the Crew was a good call, because obviously Accam got 2 goals for us. So going up to Cincinnati, not going to be easy. Cincinnati's off to a great start in their first ever season. It's going to be a rowdy atmosphere, much like Atlanta was, much like Sporting Kansas City was. So can we go there and get a result? Can we continue to build off these results here? That's what I want to see. Sergio Santos is going to be out for a little while. We should have some of our guys back for that one. Coronel started in net against Columbus and got the shutout. Pretty easy day for him, actually. He had some catches and whatnot. Didn't really have to make too many saves, or maybe only one save or something in that game, because our defense was very good. So hopefully we'll have a full squad in that Cincinnati game, minus Santos. And we'll see. It was good to see Fontana get some minutes against the Crew as well. He came in, and so did Mbaizo. Olivier Mbaizo came in, and he showed some flair. I'll tell you, the minutes he played, he showed a lot of flair. I liked what I saw of him. I want to see more Mbaizo. That's good. Our young players are contributing. Trusty, Wagner, Aaronson, Mbaizo. It's very, very good to see. Fontana coming in for a game. It's good to see these players getting the minutes that I want them to get. Honestly, I didn't even think Aaronson was going to play much at all this season, but from what we've seen of him, he certainly belongs out there. Still got a lot to work on, and we don't want to build up the hype train too much, but just gotta play him more. Just let him keep growing and figuring out what he's going to be best for. So Cincinnati coming up in a few days. Then we return home to play Dallas before going to LA again. Some tough games. It's not going to be easy, but we just got to keep rolling here. We got to build off these last 2 results for sure. Columbus game, like I said, we could have won by more if we were more clinical on the attacks and in front of net. Could have won by more. But I think our offense still needs a lot of work here. We need Burke to score goals. We're going to need Santos to come back and score goals. Fabian and Accam, if they can form something going in the forward and the attack too, we could be really dangerous going forward with guys like Ilsinho off the bench. Aaronson coming up now. It's exciting. It is. I like Wagner a lot going forward too. Sometimes he puts in some really good crosses. I think he has an assist or 2 on the season too, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see what the stats bring up here. I know it's early, but we'll take a look at this. So you can see, Column's got 2. Aaronson, Ilsinho, Fabian, those are our goal scorers so far. Accam actually has an assist as well. So he must have assisted on the Ilsinho goal. Wagner does have an assist, Pico and Meduninen. So just a tremendous day for Accam against the Crew. Very good to see, and I hope that he just rounds into his top form, because I saw him play with the Fire plenty of times. He was just killer for Chicago. They called him King David over there. And when we signed him last season, I thought hopefully we'd be getting that player. Part of it was where they were playing him in the system. It just wasn't working. But I think if we get him almost up top alongside Burke or Pico, whoever it is, it works best for him. And if his confidence is going, because he's a heck of a player when he's on form, David Accam. He's tough to stop. He's got speed. He's got skill. He can finish. He can create. He's a great player. I really, really like him, and I just kept saying we just need the best from him. He was a bit of a bust in the first season, but he hopefully will get it going now. I got full faith in him. Come on, Accam, you can do this. So we'll go back to the MLS website. Just take a look at the standings real quick, guys. Looks a lot better than it did 2 weeks ago. Through the first 2 games, that's for sure. Clean sheet there. So we got 4 points there. We're sitting just outside the playoff line. Remember, top 7 go. Still, obviously, got to get some more points here. Got to at least get a point in Cincinnati if we can. That'd be huge. See, Cincinnati's doing really well here. They got 7 points already. DC's doing well. Toronto's taking full points so far. Atlanta's still struggling. New England's really struggling right now. New England, I thought they were going to be an improved side. They might be worse right now. Chicago's still struggling. NYC's tied all 3 of their games. See the Western Conference, LAFC and Seattle off to flying starts. Dallas and Houston doing pretty good. Galaxy, San Jose and Vancouver, Portland all really struggling. It's surprising to see Portland struggling so bad. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy because Union is sitting outside the playoff line right now. I know it's still early, but you got to talk about it because every game's so big now. You gotta get all the points you can get if you're gonna get in. Because NYC and Atlanta are gonna improve. I think New England should improve. I don't know about Chicago. I don't expect Orlando or Montreal to stay up there. But you never know. Montreal's decent, to be honest. And Cincinnati, I don't know. I didn't see Cincinnati being a playoff team, but they look pretty good so far. They look pretty solid. So they're surprising me a bit, which means that this is not going to be an easy game coming up. But looks like Curtin's got his back line set up. It's going to be going to Cincinnati. Wagner, Elliott, Trusty, and Gaddis. We'll see Bedoya, probably Medunjanin in the lineup. Fabian. Hopefully Accam should be starting, and then maybe Burke will be back with Blake and net, and Burke and Pico, I would think, up top. So if we can get everybody on the same page offensively, we got a lot of weapons. Burke, Pico, Accam, Fabian, and then we got Santos and Ilsinho and Aronson. So, I mean, Aronson's going to be the odd man out here because he's not going to play as much now with Fabian back in there. I mean, I want Aronson to continue to play. Like, I want to, even if it's just off the bench, give him minutes. Don't just hide him away like they did Fontana last season. Keep him in there. Keep him growing because I like what I see out of him a lot. I really do. I think he can be a really, really good player for us. He's already shown a lot in these first 2 games, so we'll see. So, guys, that will do it for this podcast. I don't think there's anything else I need to touch up on right now. We talked about the 2 games. Atlanta, Columbus, the lineups, some individual performances that were standouts. Again, tough games coming up, so we'll see. Just got to keep the results going. But you never know. We could go and lose 3 in a row right now and just look completely awful. You never know with this team and this coach, so we'll see. But we got to hope for the best because we really want this team to succeed. So thank you all so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next podcast. But I do want to hear your comments, guys. So if you have some, leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to read and respond to all of them. And thanks again for listening. Till next time, 0 is the number.